Welcome in to the Goose and the Griz podcast, week 7. It is the halfway point of our season. Goose, how you doing today, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm coming from the. I don't know if do you recognize where I'm at, by the way.
Let me see. I gotta put my old lady glasses on here. That's not a Houlihan, is it?
That's the old sombrero.
That's the old sombrero there. Hell yeah! I noticed the press boxes. That's what gives it away right at the top there.
Hell yeah! I'm
Nice,
good,
man. It's a little bit late for the creamsicle week, but I'll give it to you. That's classic. I like it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we played like creamsicles too, but we will get to that in a moment. First up, we have our guest of the week. We didn't go with the game of the week necessarily, but probably the win of the week. Let's hear it for Joel.
All right, bring him in. What's up? What's up?
How's it going, guys?
Good, man. How you doing, Joel?
Over here, man. I'm still working.
Yeah, well, I bet you're feeling a little bit better about having to work when you come out on the win column at the end of week 7, huh? You're 5-2. You're tied for second place in the league. You got the win over Manny, which might be a big tiebreaker when it comes down to it. And you got the biggest division lead out of anybody. So how you feeling after this past week in fantasy?
Yeah, I'm good and pretty good. Not too good because the way the points were, I got my points. It was real, some players hit, some didn't. So
You remember who your top scorer was?
yeah, man, my main guy, Kelsey.
Travis Kelce, the tight end that we don't require, but that Joel took anyway in the first round and paid off big. 39 points, Kamara 28, and ASB with 24 points. Goose, we said this isn't game of the week necessarily, but this could have been the win of the week with what happened versus what we expected, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah! This is solid, man. This is solid. Joel started. What was it? You were 4-2, and Manny was 5-1. He was sporting the best record in the league, and you came and you gave him his second loss of the season. So he's now on a 2-game losing streak, which is kind of crazy. Thinking back how he started the season. Yeah, Travis Kelce, 12 catches, 179 yards, and a touchdown on 13 targets. That is the most points, if you guys didn't know, the most points this man has had since 2021. Does anybody remember who they played against back then when he scored 41 points? Wild guess. Just throw it out there.
Say the Chargers.
Ooh, damn, Jordan. First try. Yes, sir.
He always has big games against the Chargers, man.
You're right. 41 points versus the Chargers in 2021, 35 points versus the Chargers in 2022, and 39 points this week.
Very nice, Joel. That's taking it to him. Ends up giving Carlos sole possession of first place in the league right now, but anything can happen. 3 teams are within 1 game. You think you're going to catch up to Carlos, maybe take over?
By the looks of the schedule, it's gonna be a hell of a match for everybody,
If Joel ends up winning it all, we're going to call him the humble champ.
Yeah, man. Oh, I don't know. We gotta see.
He's the mom.
I'll talk shit after I let smackdown to everybody.
Oh, damn.
There we go. We knew sooner or later it'd shine through.
No, it's all right. I think everyone got a decent chance. Fantasy is up and down, and by the looks of it, it looks like everyone has a little thing to choke about and their lineups and shit. So
everybody's going to have some strengths and weaknesses, except for apparently Carlos right now. But you go into another big game next week. You get to play Sam. And you are favored right now by 18 points. Your top 3 would be at least projected. Kelce, Pollard, and Kamara versus Sam's Kupp, Adams, Devontae Adams, that is, and Saquon. How you feeling going into week 8? You feel confident knowing it's going to be full strength versus you and Sam? No buys this week?
We'll see. I don't know. He got a really good team, and they're on the rise right now. So, and my team hasn't, like I said, they're not dropping 190 on people, so can't feel too confident, going into any matchup.
Well, you know better than anybody. You could go for 200 and then go for 80 the next week. So even if you are scoring 190, maybe that next week you'll score 56 or maybe vice versa. So scoring 138, 139, scoring above average, that's not bad, man. So I think you definitely have a good chance. And you put yourself in good position too. Right now, you're a second seed in the league right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully Carlos loses and I take that spot.
Well, you got to play him sooner or later coming up, right? You haven't played him yet? I haven't looked at your schedule too closely.
We played each other twice already. We got a tiebreaker, so he's beating me by points if we do tie.
The extra game. That's right. Okay. Well, that's going to be it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the year ends out. But we also wanted to review some other games with you here, the ones that me and Goose were watching last week. Want to get your thoughts first of all. Did you watch any of that Eagles and Dolphins game on Sunday night?
Yeah, you got to see that game. It's like a
31-17 Eagles, man. What did you think about that?
Yeah, man, that tush push. Who can stop that shit, right?
Think they're going to outlaw it when it comes to next year?
I think so. They probably will. I don't know. I see other teams trying to do it, and everyone's getting stuffed by the break the QB trying to do it. It's just them that they got it right. They got the chemistry for it.
They also have a QB that can, squat 500 pounds. That'll help a little bit. What about you, Goose? Do you think that they're going to end up outlawing it, or do you think they should or shouldn't? What's your opinion on it?
I mean, they look good, man. They look good. I know Alex was talking about the physicality of this game, and that kind of just is part of it, right? Sometimes it'll be one-sided if you're a fan for one team versus the other. But Philly showed up, man. Philly showed up, and they stopped the hottest team in football right now. So that's the bottom line. And Tua and Tyreek and even Mostert, they looked a little more normal than superhero. So this is gonna be something to they're not gonna face each other again, obviously. But Philly,
Unless
man,
they get to the big game, you never know.
Yeah, Philly, you gotta respect Philly. Philly's defense. They just got your boy. I don't know whose boy that is, but it might be Manny's boy at that now. Kevin Byrd, right? Byard, yeah, from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Gee.
They keep loading up, man, and it's going to be tough to beat them, that's for sure. But it's concerning for the Finns, I think, though, too, because they play well until they play a real bona fide playoff team, and then they kind of, shit the bed. So we'll have to see what happens there. But speaking of shit in the bed and leaving a smear on the field, Joel, Goose, what are your thoughts on this Buccaneers' shameful 3-point loss to the Falcons this past week?
Shameful. You go.
Seems like it's Baker Mayfield's coming out. He's been hiding that shit, and you gotta be Baker Mayfield. Gotta be Baker Mayfield. But yeah, I don't know. He's not. He drives the ball, and then he got it picked at the end. I think it was a bunch of fuck ups that I saw.
Yeah, for sure. Goose, what about you? What were your thoughts after watching that?
This was funny, man. This was funny because I labeled this the king of the South, or at least the winner of this game. And boy, at the end of that game, there's so much weird shit going on that you were just like, there's no way. So I'll play one, for example, right here. I got one for you guys. So this was a big deal, and you could have said Atlanta could have sealed it with this one right here, but it's Atlanta. So, but right here with 6:30 left, Ritter decides to keep it. He's running for the end zone. Woo! Winfield pulls it from under him. Is it a touchdown?
It's a touchback right there.
It's a touchback, bro. They could have ended the game on this play.
He peanut punched his ass, man. He peanut punched him. Remember Peanut Tillman?
He peanut tilled his ass, all right.
Yeah.
He was holding that ball, man. So then the Bucs had their best chance to come back and win this game. Obviously, they, like Joel said, they drove the ball down. Baker couldn't get it done. They sacked him on this third down right here. And and then the Bucs had to go for the field goal. And then, just in that fashion, like Atlanta was supposed to
That
lose this game.
defense.
Exactly. They just let up. They let Ritter come up the field, and they kicked that game-winning field goal by Alex's boy, Young Ho Koo.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, my thoughts about this. You all know I'm not a Baker fan, and he's done better than I thought leading off. But this is what I've always tried to stress when it was about Jameis to Saheed, when it was about Baker. It's not, everybody thinks that when you see a quarterback that's not going to get you over the top, it's either you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, or you have just the absolute dog crap, right? You just throw in a pick every single play. But the truth is somewhere in between, you know what I mean? And that's what Baker has been, and that's the problem. Like, you have to go with what you see. He hasn't shown that he's going to take that next step, but he has shown that he's going to be a mediocre quarterback at best. And by being mediocre, inconsistent. He might win us some games. He might make us look better than we should a few times. And then he's going to have games like this where we lose by 3 points to a division opponent that we had every opportunity to win, And that's the problem that I have, and that's why I did not want Baker. I wanted to either let the cream rise to the top or let it sink. Let's just get it over with. I don't want to be sitting here in QB purgatory. I'm hoping that maybe Caleb Williams doesn't come out this year, and maybe we have a chance next year, because he's just not it. And it's not overreacting too much. We knew this is what Baker was going to do,
Yeah. Joel, any thoughts on that before we move on to the next one?
Yeah, man. We need a new QB. He's doing all right. He's doing all right.
Understatement of the year.
We need
He's doing all right. He's not too bad. He should have been sticking it up a little worse, but.
Well, how about this? How about this QB? What if I told you there's a QB that went 32 of 42 for 424 yards, threw 4 touchdowns, had 1 pick, and then had 4 carries for 29 yards on top of that? You think that's pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this ain't a trick question. It's Patrick effing Mahomes right there. This was a guy that I was watching, and there was a reason for it. He had been kind of pedestrian for fantasy because he didn't have to win games. Well, he did this week, and that was his stat line. So did you watch any of Mahomes and the Chiefs play the Chargers at all? Of course, the game that happened around Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm a Taylor Swift fan, so that's the reason I was watching.
That's why you got that smudge on your screen, huh?
Every time she comes on, right?
Yep.
Hurry up.
Grab the Kleenex and find a blank space.
I know all the songs.
Not on the dog.
But yeah, man, it was tight end week. It was a good week. I guess him and Mahomes, they got together and they're like, yo, let's tear up tight end week. And Taylor Swift and this guy's girls doing dances together.
Yeah, they are.
So they even got touchdown dances.
The tight end got a tight end, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was good, man. This was a fun game. It was kind of what we expected. A lot. So what's interesting about this game is that most of the offense happened in the first half. Usually the first half, nothing happens. Teams go in the locker room, they retool, come out second half, and now we have a game, right? The opposite was here. All the offense happened in the first half. In the second half, both teams were stuck, man. They couldn't score any points. They couldn't move the ball. So I don't know what you think about that, Jordan.
I mean, to me, that's kind of how games can go. It wouldn't be the first time. I mean, a lot of times we see games start out slow, but then they end, in a flourish. And this time it was kind of the opposite. And I'm not surprised. They're division opponents. They're going to have some weird moments where they just go back and forth constantly, like in the first half. And then they're going to have some moments in the second half where they figure each other out for a couple quarters. So I think, we saw what we were supposed to see, which is that the Chiefs can easily handle the Chargers. The Chargers are not legitimate threats yet. They're on the way up. They look decent. They look good, but they're just not at that elite level quite yet. And they're going to have to be, especially in the division they're in.
Chargers are fun to watch, but it seems like every time these two teams meet up, the Chiefs kind of have that upper hand. And even though Patrick Mahomes does not have besides Travis Kelce, you can say a number one receiver, man, that dude, that Rashee Rice dude, has become a little more consistent each and every week. And Isaiah Pacheco has really stepped up this year as being that running back that they really needed to rely on. So Yeah,
It's a problem because right now is the time that you want to be trying to beat the Chiefs when they don't have all those weapons. I mean, when Travis Kelce leaves, they're probably going to have a couple others step up. So now's the time to be trying to beat them, but nobody can.
No.
Well, last but not least, you kind of threw me for a loop here, Goose, with what you were watching. But I want to get your thoughts, Joel. Did you see any about the Patriots upset of the Bills by 4 points?
Yeah, man. That's football 101, right? Can't take it away from Belichick. I don't know. Sometimes Josh Allen, that shit happens. I don't understand why. He's
He
been
always
doing
tries to play the hero.
Yeah, what was that? What was that meme with the turnovers? He got the turnover.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
out the
He'd be
oven.
serving up turnovers like it's Arby's breakfast time, man.
But
Man.
he's a good team though. So.
Yeah, so Sahi labeled Josh Allen the counterfeit, part of the counterfeit Bills. But yeah, you're right. I was looking at Bill Belichick, and congratulations on his 300th win. He becomes, what is it, the third most the winningest coach of all time, second to Shula, and then George House with 324. So hey, that's a hell of an accomplishment. I get it. Last week we talked about him being on the downtrend. But 300 wins, man, shit, that is nice.
Took him long enough. I got that in only a couple of days playing Madden when it came out. So,
Damn, hating on the old man.
No, I mean he's definitely one of the OG coaches. Showing that coaching does matter. Unfortunately, it's like his coaching can help his team overachieve, but his GM prowess helps his team underachieve because he has gotten worse at talent evaluation. I'm surprised they upset the Bills. I didn't think they had the firepower to. I didn't think they actually could. I mean, especially the Bills scored 25. I thought they'd have to win this like 17-13 or something, But hey, good for them. Sometimes it happens.
This is a hell of an upset. Hey, we got the Bills next, so let's turn it up.
Yep, hell yeah. So Joel, before we cut you loose here, any last thoughts after Week 7 fantasy, bro?
I know when is the trade deadline?
November
Have a
8th.
conversation.
November 8th is the trade deadline.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, man.
I'm going to put you on the spot right here. Are you looking to deal anybody? Is there anybody that's on the block right now that you want to put out there right now?
Yeah, pretty much everybody.
Oh, everybody's on there, huh?
Nah, not everybody.
My boy's 5-2, and he's willing to wheel and deal. He doesn't care if he screws it up or makes it better.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty much everybody. If you come with a pretty good ass deal, anyone can go. So, what was it like 2 years ago? We had like the trade record. Everybody was trading at the end.
They were.
That's how it always happens. Ran for the final.
Yeah.
Shit look like the stocks, man. That shit got crazy.
Man. Yeah, he gone.